one of the problems that we're going to have coming up is a lot of Godzilla on our television coming up soon. So,
yeah.
I don't know if this was a translation error. I don't think it is, because the way it was translated was domestic Godzilla live action series.
Yes.
So
this
there's you can
yeah. This is the Godzilla Osaka Osaka Festival. They announced their schedule, and on the schedule was a domestic Godzilla live action trailer, a Godzilla series live action trailer. So they're going to be doing a live action Godzilla series.
Yeah, and that's going to be, is that like this Wednesday?
The 28th.
Oh, the 28th. Oh, yeah, so it's like in 2 weeks.
So, 2 weeks. We have a recording the 29th, so we might need to, we'll shoot a reaction to that. That's a special recording we have on the 29th. We have a couple interviews coming up, so this will probably be our show for the month here, and then we have 2 special guest interviews coming up, which is going to be really fun. But yeah, back to the Godzilla Festival. I mean, I don't know what this live action series could be. I saw some speculating, and they're like, oh, maybe it's just a documentary that's live action, or I'll be behind the scenes making up type of thing.
This is I believe it was a fan translation of the schedule. This wasn't an official.
But it was going around GDM. I believe it's GDM. Who,
he's got pretty solid.
He's got pretty solid. He's like, there's some pretty big news coming.
I think he's had like 1 miss or something, but besides, he's pretty reliable.
He's very reliable. He's a great insider. He was like, oh, that's the first thing I woke up to this morning was him saying, we got some big news coming for the 28th. I think this is going to be a live action series. I would love it to be a Zone Fighter reboot, honestly. I mean, it says Godzilla series live action, but
now
I would love to see a modernized Zone Fighter. Maybe stick him in there. That would be so cool.
I mean, it's possible. I think one of the things that we have to consider with this is we're thinking big budget blockbuster CG TV series, when in reality Japanese TV is a little bit more low budget. Could we be getting a suit actor for the first time in probably like a decade or so?
I really hope so. I'm hoping that this is like, hey, listen, these Godzilla Day shorts, they've done great. What if these have been pilots the whole time?
That is definitely possible.
It's been building. They've been building up this. It's been a sort of continuous story using the same Godzilla suit throughout.
Yeah.
What if they're building up to a pilot? I mean, they recently, more Godzilla news, is they revealed the Mechagodzilla 50th anniversary logo, and then the King Ghidorah logo as well. We know the last live action short left off with King Ghidorah showing up to aid Gigan to fight Jet Jaguar and Godzilla. So who knows? If I had to guess, I think Mechagodzilla is going to join that fight too.
Yeah, it's definitely possible, and they don't want to tease everything on the same time. So people love Jet Jaguar, as we're going to get into with our Godzilla Kong review. Not that he's in the movie, but a lot of the fan sentiment coming out of that movie was, we want Jet Jaguar in the Monsterverse.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest thing I saw. Don't want to get too spoilery, because there is no Jet Jaguar. Like, that's not a spoiler. But like, that was the biggest thing, people coming out of the movie like, oh, I want a Monsterverse Jet Jaguar.
Yeah.
I think he was in the short last year. People loved it. I think people are over the stigma of he was a bad ripoff of Ultraman.
Yeah.
He's a cool robot character. They completely redeemed him in Singular Point.
Yeah, and I mean, I've never really thought there was much to redeem. I mean,
no, I loved it. Just
I mean, Godzilla versus Megalon was always one of those movies that we had.
Yeah, but that older fan base that just loves to rag on anything that acknowledged that Godzilla was a movie series made for kids at the later stage of the Showa era.
Yeah.
They just, that was the kids movie. It was terrible. Like,
yeah.
But then we're the people who grew up with it. Well, though we're not, because we're like 30 years removed from when it came out.
Yeah.
But we're like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's what was available in the video stores. I mean,
Godzilla All Monsters Attack with Gabara and Manila, my favorite movie.
also one of the most hated movies amongst the fan base next to 98. I mean,
yeah, but when I was a kid, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more divisive than 98, that movie, than the Monsterverse. I mean,
yeah,
that's what we were saying today. I said today to one of the people on Twitter, they were like, oh, I think King of the Monsters is one of the best movies for the Monsterverse, which many might not agree with. I feel like the whole Monsterverse is completely polarized. Like, every movie is like, you love it or hate it. I don't think anybody has a same top movie order. In my opinion, Skull Island is probably one of the best. I think a lot of people would agree with that one. But I think all the movies are very polarized when it comes to fan reaction.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I think it would be hard to have 5 people in the same room and be like, hey, all right, put your favorite Monsterverse movies.
Oh, it would be a different order for everybody.
I don't think anybody would have a matching order. I mean, I think even with 10 people, I don't think there would be a matching order.
You know, I saw some people online doing it. And I feel really guilty because I haven't watched Kong Skull Island yet. The animated series. I think it's just called Skull Island.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. And I saw some people putting that at the top of their list, and I was like, I gotta watch this.
It was pretty good. It just, like the Pacific Rim series, like the animated series, the first season didn't feel like a first season. Like, it felt like half a season. And the second season felt like the other half of that season. That's how this ends. Like, yeah, they finish the island story, and then it ends with a big cliffhanger. But it still did not at all even feel close to done. Like, it's a very abrupt ending. And you're like, whoa, it's just going. And then you're like, we still need a lot of answers. And I'm really hoping they renew that. I mean, it's been, I don't know how many months since New York Comic Con where the creators said, hey, yeah, we have it written. The script's done, ready to go. I don't know what Netflix is waiting for. I mean...
You know, I think I was actually going to broach that topic on our next news segment. But
that's exactly what I'm about to segue into. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so it basically wraps it up for the Japanese show. But we're going to be transitioning over